How did the United States and Iran go from being close allies to one missile away from total war? This isn't just a story about oil or nukes. It's about betrayal, coups, revolutions, and the kind of power plays that almost dragged the world into World War III. The US and Iran haven't had diplomatic relations for over 4 decades. But what caused such a massive breakdown? And why does it still matter today? Let's go back to where it all began. In the early 1900s, British companies discovered massive oil reserves in Iran. The Anglo-Iranian Oil Company, now known as BP, was born. But the deal was wildly unfair. Iran, the country sitting on top of the oil, received just 16% of the profits. Britain took the rest. As the oil flowed, resentment grew. Iran saw its wealth siphoned off while its people struggled. By World War II, that anger would explode into a larger geopolitical crisis. By the 1950s, Iran wanted control over its own resources. In 1951, Prime Minister Mohammad Mossadegh nationalized Iran's oil industry, kicking out the British and taking back the profits. Britain didn't take it lightly. They convinced the US that Iran was drifting toward communism. In 1953, the CIA and MI6 launched Operation Ajax, a military coup that overthrew Mossadegh and reinstated the Shah. It was the first time the US had overthrown a democratically elected leader abroad, and it left deep scars. The Shah returned to power, stronger than ever, and loyal to the West. He modernized Iran, pushing Western values, women's rights, and secularism. He also formed tight alliances with the US and even Israel. But beneath the surface, repression boiled. The Shah ran a brutal secret police, arrested and tortured thousands, and outlawed political opposition. To many Iranians, he wasn't a modernizer, he was a foreign puppet. In 1979, the Iranian people had enough. Mass protests erupted, millions filled the streets, the Shah fled, and into the power vacuum stepped Ayatollah Khomeini, returning from exile to lead a brand new Islamic republic. The monarchy was abolished, Iran became a theocracy, and the US, once a close ally, was now seen as the Great Satan. When the US granted asylum to the Shah for medical treatment, things exploded. In November 1979, Iranian students stormed the US embassy in Tehran. They captured 52 American diplomats and held them hostage for 444 days. President Carter attempted diplomacy and a rescue mission, but Operation Eagle Claw failed disastrously, killing 8 US soldiers. The US officially severed all ties with Iran. Those diplomatic ties have never been restored. Months later, Iran's chaos invited aggression. Saddam Hussein's Iraq invaded, hoping to seize land and replace Iran as the dominant power in the region. The US quietly backed Iraq, providing intelligence, weapons, and even chemical precursors. For 8 years, Iran and Iraq fought one of the deadliest wars of the 20th century. Over 400,000 Iranians were killed, and US support for Saddam pushed Iran even further into anti-Americanism. By the late 1980s, the conflict spilled into the Persian Gulf. In 1988, a US frigate hit an Iranian mine. America retaliated with Operation Praying Mantis.